Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today, President Trump's take on gun control and how Russian bots got involved too. Plus, a wardrobe malfunction, an iPhone update, and Fergie says sorry. All that and much more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Tuesday, February 20th. You ready? Let's do this. The White House is showing some support now to have stronger background checks before you can buy a gun. The Wall Street Journal reports President Trump is now at least open to it and is in talks with lawmakers about a plan. A possible solution he might support? A bill that both a Republican and Democrat have created together that would give states and federal agencies new incentives to make sure they're uploading criminal records to a national database. They're already supposed to do that, but it apparently can fall through the cracks. The bill hopes to make sure people who already aren't supposed to be able to buy a gun actually can't. We're talking about people with severe mental illness or serious criminal histories. NBC News points out it means strengthening the system in place now, not necessarily expanding or changing it. Of course, it will still have to pass Congress and get the president's signature, so at this point, it's still really in the early stages. Just talk. Some people say they're encouraged by a chance to move past politics and get something done. Others say it doesn't go far enough. Lawmakers should be doing more. Remember, all of this is happening now because of the school shooting in Florida that killed 17 people last week. Many of the student survivors have since called for more gun control. In fact, about 100 of them plan to board buses today and head to the state capitol, demanding state lawmakers there work together to change mental health and gun laws. Also getting involved in the gun debate? Russian bots. Yes, the New York Times reports fake Twitter accounts linked to Russia started tweeting and using hashtags like gun reform now in the hours right after the school shooting last week. Experts say these bots tend to focus on anything that will help divide America. The misinformation can come in a lot of forms too, like YouTube videos, fake interest groups on Facebook, and a whole bunch of bots, aka automated accounts, on Twitter. There's now a website meant to keep an eye on these fake accounts and see what they're up to. And remember, the U.S. Justice Department just charged more than a dozen Russians for involvement in that kind of activity. There were apparently even more missed warning signs before that school shooting. Court documents show a Florida investigator with the Department of Children and Families actually went to the house where the accused shooter lived in 2016. It was to check out a complaint back then about medical neglect. CBS News reports it was noted that Nicholas Cruz was depressed, had ADHD and autism, cut himself, and had plans to buy a gun. But the case was closed 6 weeks later, citing no evidence of mistreatment. Cruz was in court yesterday. He just looked down and didn't say anything. The family he was staying with at the time of the shooting told media outlets they knew he was depressed, but not that he was capable of this. It's official, Mitt Romney is running for Senate. That part was expected. A little less expected, though, President Trump is endorsing him. They've had a complicated relationship over the years, like when Mitt Romney called the president phony. But Trump now tweeted that Romney will make a great senator to take the seat when Orrin Hatch retires, and Romney happily thanked the president for the endorsement. All right, other things people may be talking about today. A wardrobe malfunction at the Winter Olympics. A really unfortunate situation for French ice dancer Gabriela Papadakis. The clasp of her costume came undone right after they started to perform. She was a trooper, though, and got through it, but she did get exposed at certain times, and it hurt their score. She called it her worst nightmare, but they're now at least proud they were able to stay in second place and have a pretty strong performance even with that issue. And they have another chance at the gold today. Also, at the Winter Games, the U.S. women's hockey team will play Canada for the gold. This is a matchup that's happened, 5 times out of the last 6 Winter Olympics. If Team USA can pull off a win, it'll be their first win since 1998. The singer Fergie is saying sorry. She apologized for her performance at the All-Star game over the weekend that we talked about yesterday. Remember, she sang the national anthem before the game, and then there was some backlash to her approach. People didn't seem to like it. TMZ now says she's saying sorry that she's a risk taker artistically, but she now realizes her rendition didn't strike the intended tone. She added, quote, "I love this country and honestly tried my best." Heads up, if you have an iPhone or iPad, you may want to download the latest software update. Mashable says there's a weird bug that could crash your system. You should be able to find the fix and download it by just going to Settings, General, Software Update. Amazon Prime members, you may already know that you can get 5% back when you use the Prime Rewards Visa card on Amazon.com. But you may not know this. TechCrunch now says same thing goes for Whole Foods. Use the Prime Rewards card at the grocery store and you'll get 5% back there as well. It's the first offer of its kind outside of Amazon.com. Remember, Amazon now owns Whole Foods. And that's it for your Tuesday. Thank you so much again for listening. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button or follow button or head to thenewsworthy.com to sign up for emails. You can always read more about any of the stories we talked about today at thenewsworthy.com. From the homepage, just click episodes and then find today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you to listen every weekday by 4 a.m. Eastern Time. So we'll chat again tomorrow. Have a great day.